Hello, Eric and Daniel. So, Eric, I've got your backup here, 32 gig SD on a version 5.1 card. And so I set it up with 4 partitions. You can only go 4 partitions on the 5.1 cards. On 5.2, the update to the BIOS lets you do 6. And so I've got it set up. You've got your main boot drive, and so you've got 4 partitions of local apps, all the good ones, as many as I could fit on. And I think the key here is I'm going to show you in video 2 how to make a backup of your SD card, which I think a lot of you will appreciate, seeing how to do it command line. And Daniel, I have a working Soundbox for you. I should probably demo that real quick. So we'll go into NeXT Developer. Well, let's see, we can just click sounds here. I got a sound folder on Eric's. See what Abe Lincoln sound is. That sounds like Abe for sure, from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I don't know if I'm having an excellent adventure today, but I'm trying. Okay, so we're going to click File New, and we're going to test the recording. Daniel, here we go. Hello, test, test, test. Hello, Elvis has left the building. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and... Hello, test, test, test. Hello, Elvis has left the building. Okay, and to make sure everything's working like a charm, we could go ahead and we'll make a wrap tape here. We'll do an edit. Oh, let's see. Where's my copy? Up here, copy. Paste, paste, and then we'll play it back. Hello, test, test, test. Hello, hello, hello. Elvis has left the building. So that works. And so we've got new caps on this Soundbox. It is just going to be a non-ADB one. I had several that were modded. One wouldn't power up and the sound wouldn't work on the second one. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. Brian Archer was nice enough to give me some pointers on how to use my new multimeter to determine if it's an ASIC chip or whatever. But I figured you would just want a working sound box. It's got a nice faceplate, so I'll button that up. Get that on the way to you with your keyboard feet. Eric, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead, do a clean shutdown, send your little 32 gig updated SD card, and then I am going to show you how to download the scsi2sd app. On the scsi2sds, they made a little app, and I'm going to show you how to see the different partitions, and I'm going to provide a matching footprint that you'll need to write to your card. I'm going to show you how to do it. You'll need a Mac, hopefully, or a PC with a lightning connection, right? So that you can update the BIOS, read and write to the card. And that way, when you pop this card in, it should match the footprint of your card once I give you my little custom updated XML file. And the reason we do that, if you don't have a matching footprint, when you log in, it says you need to initialize the disks. So with a matching footprint, everything aligns and magic comes about, if that makes sense. Trying real hard to get stuff done. Today has been an interesting day for me. I spent 90 minutes on the phone, tech support with a very important individual, my 89-year-old dad. And we got him to be able to log into United Airlines website finally. He had spent the entire morning with tech support. And so here's what I figured out. Okay, they do not show the password. And so he had to update the password and then would log in and it says, do you want to update your password? Which meant on the keychain, but try and explain that. And so it would revert back to the old password, and then after a couple times it would lock him out. And so he'd call back, and we know how tech support goes. And I said, now here's what a clue, if in case you're ever in this situation, and it doesn't show, they have the ability to, a little simple little click they could have put in there. So it shows the actual password, especially for the retired United Airlines pilots. This would be a bonus. They can see the password they are typing in to make sure it matches, all right? Rather than pulling up passwords from the past. And of course, when you get locked out, you have to reset the password. And I don't know what was going on, but I finally got that set after 90 minutes. Patience. Also, having fun tinkering with that custom login screen. We're getting it down to the pixel, man, and I'll show you how that's going. Got screensavers working and hoping to get a couple things shipped today. I think I can knock out a couple smaller packages. As I say, I have been trying my best here today. Been a lot of wheels spinning, things not working, but, I will persevere. And, for example, I've got all these different sound boxes. I plugged this keyboard into that sound box, and now all of a sudden the mouse won't work. Plug this keyboard into this, it works fine, and mouse works fine. I plug it into this sound box up here, and I think the mouse worked, but the keyboard wasn't accepting strokes. So, another one here, the fourth sound box, it just didn't want to power on at all. So, I don't think it's stuff I'm doing. I think it's just, the age of the equipment. I know I just have to be patient. As a bonus for people, I was able to locate some of these nice Dell flat panel monitors with the speaker bar, which actually works with not only Brian Archer's sound card, but the NeXT, sound. So you can plug it in and it gives you stereo sound. So I'll have those. And my thought is, okay, I'll be able to offer someone a flat panel monitor with the sound bar, with the custom sound card and my custom cable. And it looks like I've got a couple different guys that are developing a way to do USB to NeXT ADB or non-ADB components. So that's going to be either, through Brian Archer's card. So that would be huge because then we're covering all of the Achilles heel stuff, which means that you will be able to plug in a USB keyboard and mouse into a custom sound card using a custom cable with a flat panel, and your NeXT will boot. And we have these SD cards that replace the old noisy hard drives. And, I've also got a little adapter that we're going to use so you don't have to open up the cube anymore. And this was thanks to Gilles, talking to him today about the MIT project. But it's a little adapter cable that we can plug in, which is brilliant. Thanks for thinking of that, Gilles, so that it extends it so that the SD card can fit outside of the cube case, outside of the workstation, outside of the Mac, so that if the card becomes corrupted, you no longer have to take apart your computer to get to the card to do a new image. So I really like that idea. I've got 5 of them on the way. My only concern is the really extremely tight tolerance on these necks, but there may be a way to. I'll talk to Tristan about making a custom bezel up front that may work well to have that little SD card sit in the bezel. Because now with the extension cable, we can set it pretty much anywhere we want. There's also some room maybe in the back here, if we can figure out a way to tuck it underneath. Maybe it can come down underneath because the cable's fairly small. So I was trying to think of ways to make this stuff work a little easier. And one thing I know would make it easier is not having to completely disassemble your NeXT every time. On stations, okay, with that little extender cable, we could maybe even, take it to where we don't have to have a floppy drive, right? So you could run dual cards, but then with a little extension, we could make a little custom mounting plate for 2 SCSI cards, right? So you could have a dedicated, basically a dedicated SD card for a floppy and an SD card for your drives. But these SD cards can also emulate CD-ROMs. So that'll be something I want to try. See if I pop in an ISO image, if it acts like a CD-ROM drive that I can install from. So now this little slot is no longer just a floppy, but it would be a combo virtual CD-ROM or floppy. You could make it whatever you want, right? Which would be pretty cool. I think it'll work. As I say, we're kind of innovating here. So stay tuned. And this, I think, would work on other platforms, too. So in theory, you might even be able to do installs using the thing. As I say, it's all theory now, but I feel like it can be done. So, and I'm pretty sure it has been done on other platforms. And so stay tuned, and hopefully I can get a couple things shipped today. Have a good day. Appreciate everybody's business and patience. Doing the best I can. Hobbling around here. Have a good day.